Just adjusting everything. Oh, hi, everybody. Welcome. Going to start in just a couple minutes here. Pull up my chat on my browser so I can read out what everyone's got to say on TikTok and YouTube. I see reflection. Well, let's go this way. Continue. You are fast. Takes me about 5 or so minutes to get videos posted. Let's try. Let's try. All right. How's that? Took from me and left me alone. Yeah, okay, there we go. I am set. Now I got to get my browsers up so I can read the chat. I'm making paninis. I'm like panises. I'm reading sideways and on my phone. That. And there's that. Pause that. Hey, Zoe! Doing good. I'm excited to get started on my drawing. Hey, Chloe! Hey, hey! Hee hee! Doing pretty good. I'm getting a late start, later than I would like. But, if I can't get my full hour in, I guess I'll just not. But yeah, I've got my handy dandy Etch A Sketch watch. I'm still going to use that to just kind of see when my hour's going. But I'm going to go ahead and start that now. Oh, that's okay. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Wish I got more done today at work than I did, but that's how it goes. How it goes. Now I'm here to relax. What am I going to do? Oh, I'm going to do the words magic and screen on either side of my head to start off. So I've done the entire outline of the main drawing. So at this point, thanks, Zoe. So at this point, it is just going back and doing the details. There's a lot of details on the crown that I haven't done, like all these lines right above my forehead. All of these lines have a pattern. Hey, Par! Welcome to YouTube. I remember just to call you Par because that is a lot easier. Thank you for giving me permission to do so. Hey, look at this. Is who that you? It is me, Gel Cream. It is me. I'm working on a self-portrait that will then. Oh, I guess I do need to use post-its. I use post-its for measuring. I've got the drawing. Oh goodness! Oh, my microphone. Oh, I don't think. Oh, I did write it. So here's my reference photo. Here's my reference photo, and I made hello croissant enjoyer. So I made this pencil drawing reference. So what I do is, all right, I see where I am. I measure. Where am I going to measure from? I'm going to measure from the edge of this sketch, edge of sketch, as opposed to Etch A Sketch. Let's go this way like this. Hello? I hear footsteps. And they're gone. I'm chilling right now, having some dinner. What are you eating for dinner, Par? My wife is out running some errands. Hey, maybe Kyle. Are you just not sure if you're Kyle? It's maybe Kyle. So I can measure that. And then on this side, now I'll wait. Jason Bacon, welcome to TikTok. So good to see you. So really, oh, see that? I did not center my head on the Etch A Sketch like I did on my drawing. It's a little wider. So the magic is there, but it's got to be accurate. So I don't want to, yeah, maybe it's not. Who knows? Tonight, chicken Alfredo, my girlfriend made, Par says on YouTube. Oh my goodness. I would think, Zoe. You're awesome. Um, mm-mm. We are getting takeout. My wife is doing some errands and she's going to pick up dinner on the way home. So that's why, Sarah, I'm not sure I'm going to have, oh, I keep bumping this mic. I'm not sure I'm going to have a full hour to draw today. Coincidentally, your chicken, yo, hee hee on YouTube. Nope, TikTok. Got to keep my social media straight. Hey, hee on TikTok says they are also having chicken parm. Appears to be the dinner of choice. I'm going to have chicken too, but I'm going to have green bean chicken. Green bean chicken from Panda with chow mein and fried rice. Yum. Zoe, chicken loves you. Because Zoe said, I love chicken. I love chicken. That's where it goes. Oh, you know what? I can't see. Let's try this. There we go. So that way I know it's lined up. Let's go a little lower. So I'm going to go. So basically, what I'm going to do is from the side of my head, the chicken jockey. You had spaghetti. Zoe had spaghetti. We're all talking about her dinners. Hey, come on, glad I brought you my trip to Japan. Sunshine peeking through the Venetian blind. Is that just a single line I got a question. You know what? I just realized. Shoot, maybe I shouldn't write Magic Screen because I just realized it doesn't say this is a classic or this is a 60th anniversary Etch A Sketch. Maybe I shouldn't write Magic Screen because it won't make sense here. So far, we getting. Maybe I should write like have the E here. I'm just gonna make it up. I think I'll have the E, like the beginning of the E, and maybe ETCH here. So as if it says Etch A Sketch behind my head. Flint and steel. That's so funny. Because I just realized I probably should not. I just said this. I shouldn't write Magic Screen because it doesn't say Magic Screen up here. I'm glad I caught myself before I actually did it. So what am I going to do? Oh, I think I'm going to improvise the etch. I'm going to draw. This is the E. I know it ain't gonna be y'all good, but when we feeling the hurt, if we feeling the hurt, that's about right. Turn to see us behind, though, Wayne. Thanks for sharing alive. Mom said the paninis are ready. It's a monogamous plus for you, gin by candlelight. I don't commit before you show you understand me right. It's a race to a strange place, mostly never. It's a chase we got to make together. Where am I? I see. Need to focus a little bit here. Yeah, this is the right decision. Now you would think after all my heartbreaks I'd be cruel, hiding behind my ego, evil, but no, much to contrary, I'm very much certain. You searching for joy, it's on the other side of hurting. Finally found a person worthy of all. Instead of pushing me down, you want to push him above. Your eyes can make the sun rise. Reversing, seal it with a kiss, bind it with a ring. So this is day 4 of this drawing. And the first 2 days I had a different lighting setup. And this lighting setup is so much better. Day 3 is so much better than 1 and 2. I'm hoping to be able to keep this set up for the rest of my drawing. I moved the lighting around to take images of my two-sided playing card, the Queen of Hearts, and had to readjust my lighting and then put it back, and I ended up putting it back in a better position than it was before. So I'm happy about that. Just ran into you and me again. Oh boy, I felt that. Not contagious, Mimi. Oh, thanks. I love how we all come together and bond over Etch A Sketch. Was I just singing something? Oh, maybe you're hearing my music. I'm thinking, how much of this sketch will I have? I think maybe I was thinking ETCH, but maybe that's too much. I got blocked by someone because I was rage baiting, and then I was about to say I was joking, and I missed the chance. Oh, I see. Well, welcome back. You're welcome back. You know, as long as people behave. ETCH A SKE. I think TCH. I think TCH. Maybe just the E. I'm gonna have to block that. Oh, you have a good night, Zoe. Awesome. Horror on YouTube says it's always a good day when they see my live notification pop up. This is me. I am working on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I work on my biggest drawing, my big drawing on the Etch A Sketch. I don't take requests. I just draw, and this is my current big drawing is this self-portrait of me. This is going to become my new profile picture at some point when I finish it. This is what I look like when I do a face reveal and I'm doing requests. I have a Etch A Sketch crown, a real one that looks just like this in some detail. I'm living with that. Thanks. Have you ever painted? Absolutely, I've painted before. I have some of my paintings around my house. I've done acrylic painting. I've never done oil painting. I'm very interested in trying. In fact, my wife wants me to take oil painting classes because when she was in the 5th grade, she took some oil painting and has an oil painting that I have in my art closet actually that she never finished it. And she's like, I don't want to finish it, but I would love for you to take oil painting classes and finish my painting that I started in the 5th grade. That would be pretty awesome. I went to school. I got certified in graphic design, and a part of that was an illustration class, and I did a lot of painting for that. I've done painting and sculpting. Pork chop! Thank you. So good to see you, Pork Chop, on TikTok. I suppose if you don't see anyone else saying hi, you know I'm talking to TikTok people on YouTube. See, on YouTube, they don't get the cutoff, or they get to see my reference photo.
Hey, Snoopy, we're home from school, boy. Oh, gosh, it's good to see you again.
Did a little registered trademark there. This is. Privileged and deep part. Yeah, it's so interesting. Let me tell you a story about someone just made the comment on TikTok. Would have been so cool if you were able to color on the Etch A Sketch. It is a virtue. It is scientifically impossible, of course, because of the way it works. The powder inside sticks to the glass, and I'm scratching the powder off to make the lines. So I'm not actually drawing a black line. I'm just scratching off the powder, and that's negative space. So it's impossible to do it in color, except for they do have, like I have a gold Etch A Sketch with gold powder. So the whole screen is gold. Now, I've heard that for years. Oh, it's too bad. You should invent, I've been told, you should invent, like it's up to me, a color Etch A Sketch. Yeah. And I told somebody, I've explained it many times how it works, like I just did, right? It's one solid box of one color. You can't separate the colors. You can't make it in color. It's just not scientifically possible. And I told them, I said, the only way I could do it is if I were to put colors, like when I cut it open to preserve it, if I were to put colors in the background that you would see, but then you wouldn't see it because it'd be too dark. And then I said, unless you light it. And then that light bulb went off. And I'm like, wait a second. I could put lights inside this thing. And I have. I have done it several times now. So right after that, my experiment drawing was uh, Small World. I drew the front of a Small World ride outside and inserted LED lights on the inside. So that's the closest to color you can get. Look at that. Etch. Now it says etch. Just kidding. I like that. I like how that turned out. Now it looks like it says Etch A Sketch behind my head. Because it does. Of course. All right, I'm gonna go work on the knobs now. I'm working down my ear.
That's right.
I'd like to narrow my face. Oh, I'd like to widen my arms too. I'm gonna work on that a little bit. They looked a little too skinny after I looked back at it yesterday. Just a little wider. And then what I'll do to hide the other line is make shadows. I'll come back to there. Ah, all right, now let's go over to this side and do the same thing to this arm, but we'll go up this side. Let's go. There we go. Just a little thicker. You're crazy, Joe Wallen. Thanks. I appreciate it. This is my 4th hour to work on it. I'm glad I'm done with the measuring and I've got all the outline done because the rest of this will just be details and shading and it'll be a lot faster, a lot easier. All right, now I need to look at the original photo. Hold on. So here's the concept photo for everybody on TikTok who's sideways. So I've got circles, shading. I'll do that. I'll work on that now. Okay. And then, oh, I should look. I've got a reference right there, Dingleberry. I'm going to go ahead and draw the circles, the inner circles, and then I also need to decide where my light source is on this so I can think about my shading. That's not right. Let's go this way a little more. There we go. Well, there's a couple of ways I could think of doing it. Of doing what?
I don't be the filler, the voice only yours. I don't want to be your glass of whiskey.
So what I'm going to do is see, looking at the knobs here, it goes into the point. It's a reverse cone, and then all these lines on the outside.
I don't want to be a babysitter, no very big boy.
Oh no, very thin lines. I'm going to go ahead and draw them. I don't know if they're going to stay there after I shake it, but here we go. Hey, Kaylee. Hi, hi. Hi, Kaylee. A colored Etch A Sketch? A couple of ways? Please enlighten me, Par. How would you make a color Etch A Sketch?
I'm
Curious about your theories.
I don't want to be.
They do actually. Let me stop for a moment and say they do make a color Etch A Sketch where you insert a piece of paper. You can open it up and you replace the stylus with marker tips. So on the inside, you're drawing with a marker on paper. So that it does exist. So how would you do a colored Etch A Sketch, Par?
John, find the empty bottom, it's the walls of the bottom. You see, it's too much gas for friends die. And I'm turning around.
So I'm gonna draw this.
I don't want to live on Sunday when my motto is
One big way I could think of doing would require electricity, but you can use electromagnets and an electric electro powder that chances color based on the voltage applied. Well, that's very interesting. Wow. Okay. So what Parr is suggesting is that there would be different colored, I guess, powder inside that's magnetic. Because right now this uses aluminum, which is not magnetic. Um, and then you would use different currencies. Would the stylus use different currencies? Because now you're not even making an Etch A Sketch. Because an Etch A Sketch is aluminum powder with static electricity and no power. That's kind of the authenticity of the Etch A Sketch, is that it's not powered. You can make patterns and stuff with certain voltage. I see, with different voltage applied, you can make different patterns, I suppose. But like I said, now you're not making an Etch A Sketch because there's nothing electric about an Etch A Sketch except for the static electricity. I like that. I like how this turned out. Life could be a dream. Hey, Leslie. Did you have another theory, Par?
You don't have to be brave every time we fall down, but for grief, so glad.
Yeah, if somehow a thing of a way it would make one a very nice payday. I don't think it would sell very well. It would be very expensive. You're talking about a very expensive device.
Slow it down.
Doing a little zigzag here to make this a little darker. So I'm working on the knob and I'm creating a shadow. And then I should. Oh, so I've decided my light source is coming from the left of the Etch A Sketch.
Sure. Foolish one with a smile. You don't have to be brave. I'm gonna become your wife.
Oh, I've knocked my timer sideways. We're 24 minutes into this today.
But
Almost 4.5 hours total.
here's my it's your
And again, this circle doesn't need to be perfect because I've decided I'm definitely going to be doing the shake and retrace on this. So these lines will all be finalized later. I'm also looking at this as I'm drawing to see, okay, now where would I think that my shadow is going to come from. Like this. So there's a straight line because the edge of it. Then around. Oh, and then I'm going to be able to draw my own shadow. That's going to be cool. That's going to look cool to add like the shadow of my arm across the frame. That's going to be cool.
I was afraid.
Another way could be to be a reverse Etch A Sketch, which isn't an Etch A Sketch at that point either. I added the word either, but I've seen one and they are pretty cool. I don't know what you mean by a reverse Etch A Sketch. Because the only way to make it a reverse Etch A Sketch is you're adding powder. You're not scratching off powder. You know how the Etch A Sketch works, right, Par? You've heard my explanation? Hey, Chloe. Chloe, did you leave and come back? Like you were the first comment in this. Live.
Yes.
That's great. You did. Okay. Welcome back. I'm definitely not going to rush for this drawing because it's going to be my profile picture and I plan on having it be my profile picture for a long time. One of my friends were live, so you went to say hi to them. That's very nice. Static electricity, which is why I say it wouldn't be one. I assume. In either scenario. So what do you mean by a reverse? And you've seen it. And does it draw a line as opposed to scratching off the line? Now, how far do I want the shadow? I think I want the shadow to go like this. Nice. I think they mean the doodle board thing. I think so too. A magna doodle. You thinking about a magna doodle part? Have you heard of Etch A Sketch? I have an Etch A Sketch animator. I've posted a video a couple of times using the Etch A Sketch animator. You know, I did the peanut butter jelly time banana on an Etch A Sketch animator. That was fun. Yeah, and then I bought an Etch A Sketch Animator 2000, but it didn't work. I didn't read the fine print when I bought it off eBay that it doesn't work. It draws a line and uses static to attach the powder to the screen rather than remove it. You sure it's static and not a magnet? Like a magnet doodle? I would love if you found it and could tell me what it's called. I'll go look it up later. I'm very curious. I'm not doubting you at all. Came across Etch A Sketch. What? Funko Pop today? Yes! I have it. I have it right next to me. The Funko Pop Etch A Sketch. I'm glad you thought of me. Who else would you think of? Someone at work today just found out that I do Etch A Sketch artwork. I feel like this should be more. No. Oh well. I'm leaving it. Yeah, let me make this a little thinner. Does it use a wand to draw the line, right? Par? How do you draw the line? Do you use knobs or do you use a wand? Michael, Galaxy Jellyfish Michael is on TikTok. Checking in on your fiance. Hoping things are progressing in a positive way. I'm going to do some shadows on my arm here. See, all of these dark shadows are going to be lighter in the end. I just got home from the basketball meeting Marcia had made a team for seventh grade. Oh, fantastic. Hey, Rocco! Stopping by before dinner. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. The one I saw was in a museum, and someone modified and got it. It got the attention of Etch A Sketch. Hmm. Apparently, they found a way to attach the powder to the screen using static and not magnets. Huh. I don't know that it's an Etch A Sketch product though. So I'm very curious if it was a product made by Etch A Sketch, I'm not going to say I know everything about Etch A Sketch products, but I don't know that I've seen it. She had to have her. I had her moved today. All right, all right. Speedy recovery. Did I disappoint you or leave a bad taste in your mouth? Congrats to Marsh. You act like you never had love. And you want me to go. Apparently, oh, that's right. Trying to pass out of two. But we're not the same. We get to carry each other, carry each other. Oh, you come here for forgiveness. Have you come to raise the dead? Have you come here to play Jesus? To the lepers in your hand. Vices. I think I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other knob. That would be cool. Tap, 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 guys. Thanks. Oh, I'm not seeing. Is there a way etchers to use magnets? Yeah, I gotta say if you go to like the cheap dollar store, there is an Etch A Sketch product that is a Magna Doodle, and they sell it at the dollar store. I'm very disappointed. They also had, oh gosh, what was it called? I realize I'm not seeing my viewing number on. Oh, it's 56. Very nice. Five. I got quite a crowd going here today. Um, yeah, but I was very disappointed to see the Etch a Sketch company making a Magna Doodle. I've decided to do the shading on this glass. I did a promotional drawing once where I wrote my etch artist on there, and it's drawings of my drawing. Wait, it's a drawing of my drawings. That's the way. And I did all the shading of the edges of the Etch a Sketch. I'll definitely have to do that. It's going to look so cool. Oh, thanks, Hee Hee. Hee Hee said I was underrated. I agree. And, there we go. I'll see it now. Let's powder this light. So far. Don't I looked away for a moment and lost my stylus. Wait, I was like, where am I? That's where I am, where I just pointed. Didn't mean to. I just picked up a piece of lint. Piece of lint. There we go. That's nice. That's nice and clean. Nice and clean. Still, when I think of the road we traveled, I'm very curious of what you're talking about. I can't help it, I wonder what's going on. What I do now is dream that my soul rose unexpectedly, looking back down at me, smiled with a shame. I dreamed I was flying high up above. My eyes could clearly see. Hard to find all kinds of sailing away. Emotes. Oh, I just found out. Okay, so I'm gonna do this so that way as I'm editing, I know it's getting late for you now. All right, hee hee. So this line is not supposed to be here because it was a miscalculation with the size of my body. So I just realized I'm gonna make the shadow of my body here. It's gonna hide that line. Done. Nice. Solution. First I'm doing the frame shadow. Oh yeah, that was the time to do that. All right, I shouldn't have done that again. Thanks, Michael. Yeah, in fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do for my shadow will be exactly that big. Perfection. I was wondering how I was going to hide that line. Get it, it's right, because I'm not doing much measuring today with Post-it, so like I like that a lot. All right, now what? Um, I'm going to do the other knob. I'm going to stop and do the other knob before I do more detail on the frame. And then over here, I can do the same thing and hide the extra line with shadows. I'm going to do a little sleeve shadow here. Uh, that's a sleeve shadow. Okay, let's go to the knob. To the knob! Where are we at? 40 minutes. Yay. My wife said she would stall for me to let me get my hour in while she was running errands because she's coming home with dinner, and that's when I'll stop. But I don't know how long she can stall. So my daughter still has a fever. She has not been to school all week. And she's really bummed because tomorrow they're doing tie-dye, and she was supposed to surprise her friend by going to her house for dinner tomorrow night. And now she can't. She still has a fever today. Don't want to risk that. It's a bummer. Now I'm going to be brainstorming all night, right? My stream schedule is about this time during the week. It's after I get home from work and before until dinner's ready. I try to get on a little earlier than I was today. I worked a little later than usual. It feels like this knob is smaller. It is. It is smaller. All right, so before I do the details on this one, I need to measure this. Yeah, I know. At least we've been letting her rest on the couch. Let's see how much bigger this one is. Oh, wow. Like up to my wrist bigger. Shoot. That's going to be obvious. Although, you know what? It might not have been obvious. So I'm going to have to go up here. So here's the old question. What do you do when you make a mistake? I'm just going to have to draw right over it. Draw right over that hand. Fortunately, I'm going to do all those rivets. All right, now it's going to be the same size. Now I got to I need a new hand. That was supposed to be poor Emily. I hope she feels better soon. Oh, see, poor Emily. I see. Hey, radio ID scans another. So it just depends on my life schedule, really, when I go live. I try to go live every day after work and before dinner. like it. There we go. I'm making a new hand. Just like that, I've got new fingers. Hey, thanks, Bob. Oh my gosh. So great to see you, my friend. I love this concept so much. Thank you so much for the idea and the inspiration. So I've decided I'm working on it. I don't know if I said this on any of my posts. I've decided I'm working on this every Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm spending an hour on it every Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are my slower nights for lives, and people don't tend to hang. Like right now, I've got 15 people, so I don't. I decided to go draw it on nights where I don't get a lot of people watching my lives, just because people don't usually like the slow and steady. Yeah, so you saw what happened when I first posted your sketch. Like when I introduced this is what I'm working on next, and I posted your sketch and I did all that. I accidentally, the next video that I posted, I accidentally posted before I was ready to post it. So I went to delete that one and accidentally deleted two, the next one that I had to repost, and then also deleted the one that announced this one. And I decided while I'm working on these detailed drawings, I'll do a playlist. So if people wanted to go to the playlist, they can see each day's drawings. I don't know if you're still here, but I really appreciate you coming by. I really do. I'm so sorry for any misunderstandings. So I did nothing intentional in the past, and I apologize. I apologize for any misunderstandings. Oh, very good to hear, Michael. Thank you for the update. Love hearing you play on the background. That's not. Why you doing dev work? Or on YouTube, dev work? Have me playing in the background while you're doing dev. What's dev work? I'm doing 49 minutes. I'm going to get my hour in today. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to get my hour in today. So this will be day 4, 4 hours in. Very exciting. I'm going to take my sweet time though. Thanks for the follow, Raw122409. That's what you did for a living. Game development work. Oh, awesome. Very nice. Where do you live? Are you in California? And just curious. I don't need to know your address or anything creepy like that. I have a friend of mine who worked, and he's been out of work for some time though. It's a rough industry to keep in. He's in California. That's why I'm asking. Gita, thank you very much. Yeah, I saw your message. The other one was just my testimony needed address. We need your address and social security number, please. Just kidding, Clara. So now I don't know what I'm going to do around the Etch A Sketch totally to think, am I going to have this? Feel like it's been a tradition to say, hey, it's so true. I'm good. I'm good with you saying, hey, anytime, go read us. Um, so yeah, this one's going to be my profile picture. I'm going to make it look super cool. My dog's heard something. San Mateo. All right. I'll just throw it out there. Stephen Reese is my friend. Or Stefan Reese. He's also, what is his user? He's really got his amazing game collection he's known for. I forget his social media name. But he had like a basement full of just classic video game displays, original artwork from video games. Amazing collection. Display cases, lots of Nintendo stuff. I feel that. Oh,
December the 6th.
this is shaded in, but it's going to be the darker side of the fingers. Excellent. You only work for one company, all right? Hey, it's Ariella! Oh, I didn't drink a lot of water. Drink a lot of water. It was a good water day for me. Thank you for asking. And thank you for loving me for who I am. I assume you're referring to yourself. You say that just know that I am loved for who I am. I know my wife loves me for who I am, that's for sure. DBL, it is me, DBL. This is a self-portrait I've been working on. Doing 1 hour at a time. This is my 4th hour, my 4th day. Gonna wrap it up in about 6 minutes. And then tomorrow night I'll go back to doing requests on the little Etch A Sketch.
Stuff is right. You're all gonna get the chair. Scarface Joe said it's too late to quit. Pass the dynamite. Don't you give me any shit.
Shadow the arm on the Etch A Sketch. Is there bigger sizes of Etch A Sketch? This is the biggest we get, Kyle. This is yeah, this is as big as they come. This is called the classic size. Usually I do pocket size requests on my lives every day but Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I used to try to squeeze in another live where I do requests on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but that's just pushing it. I'll tell you what, though, if I do have time, I would stop this live and come back to do some requests. I could use some more videos, do some rapid drawing. And I should also do some here on the screen. I should probably also shade the shirt even though I haven't done the pattern yet, because then the pattern would be on top of it. Oh, I don't want to cover over this Etch A Sketch that I just did. Yeah, exactly. They get smaller, they just don't get bigger. It's like, I just drew that. I'll redraw it.
Thousand distractions, there's only so far you can go in your head. You turn me around.
I'll redraw me though first. Is Faye not here? I'm gonna guess she's not. Thanks for the follow, KJ. I also love doing it, so it's a win-win. Absolutely. Oh, I'm not going to say my net worth, but community developer makes a lot of money. Yeah, just my friend's contract ran out. He had a contract, and I let him go. So he's been looking for work. Let me just say, the last I heard, he was looking for work. Yeah, that sounds nice. Um, Super Dork 42. That is super dorky. Love it. Um, Super Dork on TikTok said, I wish there was a 3D printed gigantic Etch A Sketch made to be more accurate and easier to take apart. Wow. Barr has a 15-year contract. No, he's got a contract with 15 years to go. That's fantastic. Lucky you. All right, what was I going to do here? Oh, I was thinking of doing the shading of my head. The shading looks really cool. I'm stepping back for a second. Once in a while that happens. I focus so much on the individual stuff that I forget to look at the big picture. So yeah, I'm going to do the shadow of my head on my shirt. Because what I could do is draw the final pattern over top of the shadow after I do my shake. Oh no, that's not right. The shadow should have gone just upward. Oh well. It's all right. Oh, I think I'm trying to keep my reflection off of the glass. I guess for the time lapse, it gives a little human touch to it. You see my face once in a while pop up, my forehead, my five head. The watch reset. Oh, look at that. Our hour is up. I didn't even notice it. Oh, shit. Where am I? Oh, in my ear. Okay. I'm going to redraw. I didn't even notice we were that close. Thanks for catching that, Par. Watch reset. I'm now 2 minutes over my 1 hour mark. So I'm going to go ahead and get this, get my stylus back to the bottom right. I'm going to try to smooth out this line. Wasn't that great? Doesn't matter. I'm going to retrace the whole thing. Lines don't have to be perfect. I'm talking to myself. Talking to myself. But that is a great hour of progress right here. I'm thrilled with this. I could even do some shadows on the side of my face. Mm, so excited. So when I do the initial drawing, I start from the foreground to the background. Usually my shading, I go from the background to the foreground. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. I'm working my way up and down the crown. See, even the crown's going to have some shading. I've got a light source now. I figured it out. It's the left side of the Etch A Sketch is where it's coming from. So all my shadows will be leaning to the right. Excellent. That's great progress today. A lot of shading. The knobs, my arms are a little bigger. Oh, that one's not so big. Oh my goodness. I'll circle back to that another time. That looks super skinny. Oh well. There we go. Uh, let's go ahead and straighten this out for my knees. All right. There we go. I like how it's turning out. I can tell. So what I'll do is when I stop, I'll take a picture and make it. Oh, thanks, Par. Make a time lapse. Let's see if I can hold on. Let me hide my image and watch, and then hold it up. See if we can get a better. Oh, there we go. Hold on. This is. Yeah. So then what I'm going to do at some point, I'll lightly shake this to fade everything. So these shadows are going to be even more faint. Very happy with that. I'm great. I think Faye fell asleep. It's showing that she's here, but she hasn't responded to say, oh, thanks for the follow, Allison. I don't know. You know what? I could check to see where my wife is. She's at Walmart right now because I tell you what, let's do this. Let me go ahead and try to set up real quick and let's do another live where I'm taking requests on a pocket size. I'm going to stop this live and then I'm going to take a picture of this drawing for a status picture and try to come back. Hopefully I can. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody. Great.